What's up, guys? Your boy Phil, DTRMND Gaming for Grandpa. I am back. I had a little trip this weekend. I don't know, a lot of you guys probably saw the vlog, and I talked to you already on social media, or you commented. I was down at the river this weekend. It's our annual float trip. Where we go doesn't really have cellular connection, doesn't really have Wi-Fi connection, and I missed so much greatness. And I'm just kind of getting back. I got back late Sunday and just getting, new videos made and just checking in with all the amazing E3 stuff and keeping up with all the Call of Duty Black Ops 3 information, which is awesome now because DLC is going to be PS4 exclusive first. So meaning when the DLC drops for the new Black Ops 3, we're going to get it first on PS4. I knew there was a reason why I had purchased both next-gen consoles. It was for you guys. I like to game for Grandpa. I want to make sure we bring you all the greatness that we can with both the next gen. So with some awesome news with Black Ops 3. I know a lot of people are upset because we're so used to Xbox getting the maps, and I was too. But I thought, well, it's about time PlayStation gets the new maps. So today I decided, well, let's go over to GearsOfWar.com. Let's do a little registering so we can get the Gears of War Ultimate Edition beta, which is what we're playing right now on the Xbox One. I jumped into a competitive, there's basically, in the beta version, you can do social gaming or competitive. They're both multiplayer, it's your only options you get. In social, you still get points and rank up, just not as much, but in competitive, you're going to rank up a lot faster, and you can see here I'm getting killed. It's a lot harder. But this is actually King of the Hill on one of the maps. I've played the games a few times. I'm not ranked up that far, but you can see in the gameplay, guys, full 1080p, 60 frames. There's gorgeous graphics, gorgeous detail within the game. A lot of you guys have played Gears before. This is something new to me. I know you guys are like, wow, you're a noob. You've never played before. I know. Call me a noob. Call me what you want. But I'm Phil, DTRMND Gaming for Grandpa. And I'm bringing you a brand new video today. And Gears of War Ultimate Edition, like I said, full 1080p, 60 frames. So if you guys are interested, you can I'll leave it linked down below to go to GearsOfWar.com. Basically, what I did is I registered on their website. You had to sign in with your Microsoft account because this is on the Xbox One. Now, once I did that, it didn't take but maybe a couple of hours, and I checked my Xbox messages physically on the Xbox One console, the dashboard, at which point I received a message from Gears of War that said, here's your code. So I redeemed that code, and that allowed me the opportunity to download the beta. So I did that. Once the beta was downloaded and installed, it still is going to require another code. That's correct. A separate code from Gears of War in order to make the game work. So it was probably less than a half an hour after I'd got the first code, which allowed me to install the game. It was about a half hour after that I got basically the beta access token. It was another code. It came across through Xbox messages. You just click redeem and restart the game essentially, and then you're online with the ability to play. I know Xbox was suffering from some social and gaming issues last night because they were, had switched my net type, was switched to moderate, and I couldn't get into a game. It wasn't because of me. I read online Xbox Live or Xbox.com status. They were having some issues last night, so it affected Gears of War, affected Call of Duty, and pretty much affected anybody playing multiplayer. So we finally got past that, and we finally get into a game today, and I'm just kind of, learning the controls, checking it out. I'm more or less evaluating the game for you guys, First impressions, is it worth spending the time to download? I think so. It's about a 10 gig file. It took maybe 20-30 minutes to download and install, I think. Maybe 45 minutes. But the actual registration process was quite simple. Go to GearsOfWar.com, sign in with your email, or your Microsoft account. And like I said, the message came to my Xbox messages account within a couple hours of registering. So big shout out to my man. He's a subscriber and a friend. Big shout out to you, John Hallwiger from North Dakota, for letting me in on this Gears of War beta yesterday. I really appreciate the heads up and the information on that, as that allowed me to get in there, get registered so I could get my game. So the guy just mowed me down with a shotgun. I've only ranked up to level 2, so a lot of these guys that I'm playing already are, like level 15, 18, 20, and so their guns have been upgraded. So I'm more or less just kind of evaluating the maps, checking out the gameplay, and it is beta, so it's going to be glitchy and buggy. But to be honest with you, in this first couple multiplayer games I played, I did not experience any bugs, glitches. I mean, we're only limited to a few maps and a few options. Now, I will say, I was putting full clips into people. I couldn't kill them, whereas guys would run up with a single shotgun blast and just mow me down. So there's a lot of awesome moves. Like you press A, come up on walls. You can jump, not jump, but like kind of hide from wall to wall, take cover. This game is a lot based on, taking cover around the corner, take cover around the wall. And then I noticed at one point I was like in this archway and I was taking cover. And then there was options, I was holding A and there was an option to either do this particular move, like kind of drop down and move around the corner, or another option to kind of jump not jump, but move to the other side of the archway, basically a hallway, you know. So I was providing cover, and you can run. You got different guns, different classes, or pardon me, different characters, you know, which are like a hunter or a sniper. So it's kind of, you know, a little something different change of pace, but it's new. It's a beta. We're in day 3 of the beta, and I wanted to play because I'm probably going to be getting the full version of the game when it comes out this year, but I wanted to get a jump on it. Just there were some early access weapons, and I believe a few of those beta weapons might transfer over to the full game. I want to double check the details on that, but nonetheless, I wanted to bring this to you guys. I mean, the Ultimate Edition is going to be out, so we got to basically Coalition was kind of like what we had. The Coalition was there in the beginning and the maps that were on. But you can see here, pretty open map here. There's the King of the Hill, which is under the competitive gaming. There's only 2 things you can do right now. And then the other version, which is what I was playing earlier, which is like more social, so a little bit different map. I've played this map a couple of times. Definitely harder. Definitely different style of game than I'm used to, but I enjoy it. You guys know me. I like to try everything out at least once or twice or 103 times. No, not usually 103, but I definitely do try it out a few times. But basically, you know, it's just stunning before and after shots. So the Landmark Original has been remastered 1080p, fully modernized for Xbox One, coming August 25th, 2015. So basically, Gears of War Ultimate Edition's re-geared for new generation. So that was the date from the website, August 25th, 2015. Like I said, they were at E3. Basically, Gears of War 4 teaser, world premiere, preview straight off the stage. So you guys can check it out. But like I said, I believe they're doing this beta for everybody. So as long as you've got an Xbox One, you can just head on over there to gearsofwar.com, get yourself registered. Like I said, go through the steps, and you'll be able to play the beta as well. So you guys can check it out. It's a little busy. A few people have reported some issues, but I'm not really having any issues. You know, I'm just kind of getting down my moves. There's a couple of beta guns, like early access guns that are available, like this gold one that I'm rocking right now, that obviously won't be available when the game comes out. But like I said, I've been playing players that were, I think, ranked almost 20 already. It ranked up, and I'm just a little old 2 over here. You can see that pretty cool. The head fell right off the body, but really good detail and graphics, like I said, in the 1080p 60 on the Xbox One. Is this a game you guys are going to be playing? Is this a beta you're playing now? I know a few of my friends had reached out to me and were downloading it and playing it. And again, like I said, big shout out earlier to John for the shout out for letting me know about this. So I really appreciate that, my friend. But also this week in E3, I had put out a couple links and tweets. I'll link it down below. But we, Gaming for Grandpa and Fast Electronic and Loud, we pre-ordered the new Xbox One Elite wireless controller. Now, a lot of people are going to be like, oh my gosh, why would you spend $150 on a controller? And that is a good point. That controller is designed for the competitive circuit. So, for example, if you take a SCUF controller that's customized on an Xbox One or a PS4, let's just say Xbox One, for example, you get that customized with mappable keys, the 4 paddles on the back, trigger stops. I mean, you're going to be running upwards of $200-something, $220. I know the controller for my son was almost $210, and it's a custom SCUF. Now you take this Microsoft controller, it's $149.99. It's got mappable keys. It's got back paddles like a SCUF, trigger stops, new design for the directional D-pad, a better feel, longer battery, better control of the wireless. So the cool thing is there's a switch on it. You're going to actually be able to, so if you're a PC user, you could have, this controller registered to both your PC and your Xbox One, and then just slide the switch on the controller from either one for like your Xbox One or 2, so you can be on your PC. So you can actually have the same controller for both your PC and Xbox One. I thought that was really awesome. But the great thing is this is Microsoft's chance at a competitive gaming controller. For the price point, $149.99, they're going to nail it because that's a lot cheaper than your typically custom configured SCUF controller. Now, Microsoft, this is just my opinion, I think Microsoft has been sitting back for years probably wanting to do a competitive style controller, but kind of, was more or less letting Cinch controllers and SCUF, lead the way. SCUF's pretty much the brand that everyone knows as a competitive gaming controller. Now, Microsoft has had nothing but time and years to see feedback from that company and to see how well that controller actually worked within their games, worked within their console. We know that those were MLG approved controllers, so would we be safe to assume that the new Microsoft Elite controller would be MLG approved? We would hope so, being that it's from Microsoft, it's a Microsoft product. One would hope that it is MLG approved, and if it is, that's going to be a total game changer. A, the price point. But B, guys, we're talking about Microsoft. SCUF knows controllers. They know controllers better than any other custom controller company. They've been doing it for a while. They are huge, you know. I don't have to tell you guys about SCUF Gaming. But Microsoft is also a very huge company. I mean, SCUF built the controller for the consoles after the fact, you know what I mean? Microsoft built the console before the fact. So the idea is that with their design, engineering, their team, their money behind that new Elite controller, I think they've nailed it. Now, the pre-orders are available. Like I said, we pre-ordered ours. Make sure you get them. My guess is the initial stock and the supply of these won't last too long initially, but you know that, like anything else, they'll come back around. I would highly recommend everybody use the link, grab a pre-order, get yourself one. If you don't like it, send it back, because as long as you got your receipt, you know, you can always send anything back, because it's not a custom configured SCUF. So if it's just something you bought, you know, at Amazon, you can just return that. So as long as it's within your 30 days. So try it out. I recommend it. But as soon as we get it and get our hands on it, if we get one early, that would be awesome. I'm going to be bringing it to the channel, do reviews, testing. We'll see how it works. We'll see if we can engage our trigger stops with Trigger Devils on there. So if not, T, you got some time until October, my man, our sponsor, Trigger Devils. You'll have a little bit of time to get some Trigger Devils developed trigger stops for that new Xbox One wireless controller. I assume the paddles are the same. I can't really tell with the buttons, but I will be the first to try if the trigger stops do work on there. So, and also our other sponsor, BK Grips. I'm hoping the grips still go on the analog sticks, but I'm assuming they will without any issues at all. But what do you guys think about that? You know, your thoughts on that Microsoft wireless controller. It's linked below, so if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, please check it out. And then also, what are your thoughts with, you know, Call of Duty, Black Ops 3? With PS4 exclusive now on DLC first. I mean, you're still going to get DLC on Xbox. It's just going to come out to PlayStation owners first and PC. Yay, I know a lot of PC and PlayStation owners are like, yes, that's awesome. We're going to finally get it first. I mean, they've been doing this for years, guys, where it's just Xbox gets the maps first, gets any DLC content first, and that's how it is. And I just remember, I think it was the CEO of Sony, PlayStation, you know, or the little director of PlayStation, or whoever you want to call him. I know he was on the stage at E3. I was watching it, and right at the end of his speech, he was just he said, "PlayStation is now the new home for Call of Duty," and it just that rang volumes with me, and it rang volumes across the community, because we're like, well, this is just the tip of the iceberg with them getting the DLC exclusive and beta access early exclusive on PS4. What else do they have lined up? You know, with the next Call of Duty after Black Ops 3 next year, will it still be PS4 exclusive on the maps? I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts on that? Let me know. A lot of things to talk about. Good topics for discussion today that should inhibit and bring about some great discussion in the comments. So if you did listen to the video and you watch it, you're awesome anyway, and I love you. But if you really watch it and you want to engage in some awesome conversation, let's start some down below. Let me know your thoughts on Gears of War Ultimate Edition. Let me know your thoughts on the Microsoft Xbox One Elite wireless controller, and then let me know your thoughts on Black Ops 3 joining forces with PlayStation to be PS4 is the first to have DLC content. Now, granted, the game isn't even out, and we're already arguing about content, but I know content is everything, and that's why Gaming for Grandpa, like I said, I rock both next gens, because I want to bring it to you all in its greatness, in its exclusivity, as I can get it. So we're hoping we get that controller early. I've rumored that we're going to have beta access in August for Black Ops 3, so I have PS4 and Xbox One, so as soon as I'm able to have that, guys, I will let you know, and we'll bring gameplays as much as we can, or as much as we're allowed to. I was kind of wishing I was somebody like T. Martin, who had been called out, you know, to capture gameplay, but who am I, little old Ryan Ricks from Springfield, Illinois? They're not looking at me. They're looking at people like T. Martin, you know? People like Ali A. I don't know if you guys saw Ali A. 4 days ago. He just got a Guinness World Record. It was 4 or 5 days ago. He actually got 2 Guinness World Records. A, for the most viewed Call of Duty channel type thing in the world, like meaning where everybody watched Call of Duty the most. He got the most viewed and then the most subscribed channel. So it was actually 2 separate Guinness World Records that Ali A. earned for his diligence and support of Call of Duty. I mean, Ali A and Call of Duty are kind of synonymous with each other. You know, if you think Ali A, you think Call of Duty. If you think Call of Duty, you think Ali A. I mean, the first thing I think about any time, the first 3 gamers that come to mind every single time are going to be, for me personally, Ali A, Optic Nade Shot, and T. Martin. Those are my favorite guys. What I love most about Ali A and T. Martin is that they're just, basically they're not, I mean, they could compete, but they're on their own, like T Martin. His videos are basically lobbies, he just games and brings us the greatest, latest intel, and I love that. I mean, his knowledge of Call of Duty is extensive. I know that's why they invite him out there for everything, but he literally knows everything about Call of Duty. And that's kind of, I don't say that I do, but that's kind of like, I'm not saying I'm trying to be like T Martin, but in the eyes of like the gamer and the YouTube in the competitive industry, that's more me. I'm just like this average guy who likes to pump out videos, make some awesome, public match gameplays. So lots to talk about today. But what are you guys' thoughts here on some 1080p 60 frame Gears of War Ultimate Edition, playing a little King of the Hill, a little competitive here on some social. But like I said here, I'm putting a full clip there. We got one guy down. Yeah, it was a takedown. He's still alive over there. But the guns, I know because I'm ranked 2. They're not that strong yet, but I'm going to be playing some more. And if you guys want to see some more videos on this game, please let me know in the comments below, or just leave me a big thumbs up on the video. Will let me know as well. Can we get 100 likes, maybe 200 likes on today's new video? I am back. But it's your boy Phil, Determined Gaming for Grandpa, Gears of War Ultimate Edition, Xbox One. If you enjoyed today's video, please click that thumbs up button. Subscribe to my channel if you're not. Enter my giveaways on my other channels. Thanks for watching.